What's up, weirdos? Do you know about Adrielle Sigler? She's a TikToker who goes by the username VeganRiz. This video is very difficult for me to make, honestly, because there's so much about her. It's very difficult to try to find where to start in her whole tapestry of horribleness. Just some highlights. You might have heard of her previous exploits of like trying to sue a coffee shop and going crazy on them, or lying and scamming her followers for tens of thousands of dollars. Also doxing and I think kind of slandering a bunch of young teenagers, and a lot more. There's like so much, but the first one that I want to get into is like the stealing tens of thousands of dollars and the son situation, because one day she posted a video, blew up, got like millions of views, where she was talking about how her son was not coming home from school, was not returning any of her calls, and by the end of it we find out that, oh snap, her son got jumped. So let's watch that video together, but in the back of your mind be thinking, do I trust this woman?
My son had to stay after school. It is 5 o'clock, he's still not home. He had issues with Spanish class. He was gonna stay after to finish an assignment and leave when it's done. It's 5 o'clock. I still haven't heard from my son. He hasn't walked home. He hasn't called for a ride. I'm blowing up his phone. I don't know where he is.
That's her vibe. That's her energy. That's how she talks on the internet. It's just a specific type of TikToker. But yeah, so far as we're watching this, it's like, oh no, her son was supposed to be at school afterwards, and now she's calling him, not getting an answer, calling them, not getting an answer. Uh-oh, I'm panicking. But look at the way she talks during this. It feels very performative, you know what I mean?
I think it's fucked up that if you have kids staying there after school, you should have your phones on at all times. You should answer the phone for parents at all times. If there are kids in your building, you should have your phones ringing and someone should be answering those phones at all times.
Okay, I will. If I run a school and I have kids over, like, I will. Why are you being so annoying about it? Like, being such a jerk about it? By the way, you're sitting here recording a TikTok. Are you not worried about your son? Go to the school. Why are you sitting here just repeating the same thing over and over again? If you're running a school, you better pick up the phone. Damn it, I'm gonna go to school. Girl, put it into drive and go.
So now I'm gonna drive to the school and see if I can find him. I'm so sick of going through this. This is probably the worst school district I've ever had an experience with. This is...
By the way, she just said the name of the school. She didn't even bleep it. We bleep doxing information. Yeah, so she just said the name of the school. You idiot, what are you doing? Why would you give out the name of the school? That's like social media 101. Also, she lives in a small town, so I don't know why she would actually say that. It seems kind of crazy, but she does make her small town kind of a key component of her personality, but in the most annoying way possible. Look at the way that she talks about herself and her small town.
As people in this small little town I live in are so jealous of my TikTok following.
Yeah, she's that kind of person. Everybody around me is really jealous of me.
They really are so jealous. I'm a vlogger in a small town, but my small town is not accepting of that. And being the first vlogger in this small ass town has created a wave of haters.
By the way, that's so annoying, and no, people hate you. This is the type of influencer that I was saying that she is earlier, where it's somebody who thinks that she's like the main character and is like so, I don't know, there's like so much ego in her mind that like, oh, people hate me? Well, it's because I'm famous and they just can't support me and they're jealous. No, if you're in a small town and you have, you know, an online following, I'm sure you are known, but if you were a good person, I'm sure that you would be loved. I'm from Olathe, Kansas. Let me say it one more time, church. Olathe, Kansas. But you know what? If I pulled up to Black Bob Pool in Olathe, I would be having a blast. I wouldn't have haters following me around, but let's get back to the other video because we need to understand why she has so many haters. Because so far her son's just lost and I hate her. And I don't really have an explanation for you yet, but it's coming. Anyway, she goes to the school. Nobody's there. Nobody's talking to her. She calls the cops. The cops say, hey, we don't have anybody, which seems like bullshit.
Always answers. Shit, I'm losing my mind. I just want to move out of this city.
Save that little piece of information for later. I just got to get out of this city. Save that. Because in a second, she's going to create a GoFundMe because of the situation to get $30,000 to move. But we got to keep watching because the reason for the move is so like twist. Oh my God. There's so much in this. Like really buckle up.
I just pulled over. My son is calling me. Where are you?
I'm on that street by that old school.
Okay, but where are you okay?
No, I'm not fucking okay. Just pick me up.
What? Where are you? He hung up. Call 911. I'm on the way. What school are you by?
911.
Where are you?
I'm on the other side of the street. I'm on the street that's...
What school?
Oh my God. By the way, she was about to say the name of like this specific school again. Oh my God. This point in the story, if you don't know anything, you're probably watching it like, oh my God, it sounds like he's in a lot of trouble. Sounds like he's really hurt. I hope he's okay. Just wait till you find out why he's hurt though. Just wait. Her reaction to that situation, where? Why? Why? Could you be any more annoyingly angry? I don't know, you can't judge how somebody reacts in the situation, but I think you kind of can when they're filming themselves and then posting it for entertainment. Hey, I don't know, have fun though.
I just got here and he's not here. I called 911. They said they have no one available. Where are you? I am at the school and you're not here.
I'm coming to you. Back up your car a little bit.
I had to hang up my call with 911 because they said they have no one available and I can't find my son.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a second ago. They have nobody available. I guess it's a small town, but there's nobody available. 911, what's your emergency? My son just got the crap beat out of him. We're freaking out. I need help right now. Okay, I'm sorry that you're having an emergency. I was just really curious. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that I could help? No. This is more of just a check in with the vibes 911, not really a help 911. So the very next video she posted is this one, and I'm gonna have to blur the faces of the kids because she just fully shows these kids' faces. Kind of repeated that sentence, but you get the point.
My son has a chipped tooth now because of this kid right here. This is where my son was assaulted and almost lost his life. I thought they were in that new splash pad. They were actually right here in a very old swimming pool that once existed in the 1950s.
Okay, who cares, by the way, of the backstory? Oh, it was an old swimming pool that existed in the 1950s, built by Robert Chamberlain, the 13th architect of the Chamberlain dynasty. Nobody gives a fuck. We obviously care about your son who just got the crap kicked out of him, apparently. But yeah, showing that kid's face right up top. This is the kid who beat my son's teeth in, made him look like a little baby, who's so much stronger, who knocked my little boy out. Posting that online. By the way, stay tuned. We're gonna get to the reason behind the fight because it's not, as she said, just an assault. Oh man, this is so insane to be watching because the type of person that you're thinking that she is while watching this video, trust me, you're gonna feel the vindication. You're gonna see the full story behind this and be like, that makes sense.
It was a very dangerous place to attack someone and jump someone. They're surrounded by woods. They led him down here. This boy, did the most damage. This boy ran off with my son's new pair of Nike Jordans. This guy stole your son's chain? Damn, that's embarrassing. It is also not a person that's like identifiable. It's just like a white tank top. But this next one, she shows this next one. These are just kids that she's posting on the internet saying, they almost killed my son, they tried to kill my son. Also, take note of the language she's using. They jumped him, they led him down here. Keep that in mind because, you know, it's not the case, but keep going. This boy kept kicking my son while he was down and ripped off my son's gold chain. My son thinks they took the chain, but in the event it fell off his neck, I'm over here searching for it.
Okay, by the way, in case you're wondering, isn't it stupid to go back to the scene of the crime where your son was allegedly just, you know, attempted to be dead? Doesn't it seem like a bad idea to go right there, right afterwards? It is, but I think that she's doing this because she cares about the content and also knows the full story and probably doesn't actually think that she's in that much danger. But Cooper, you said that she uses this situation to start a GoFundMe for $30,000. Specifically because she wants to move out of the city because of this situation, because of her feelings that her life is in complete danger. When we get there, it's all gonna make sense.
I'm not finding the chain. My son almost lost his life. Right here. He almost lost his life today. And then he was threatened that if he tells anyone who these boys are, there were 9 of them. If they had said, if you ever tell anyone who we are and what we did, we're coming for your house tonight. There were 9 other boys.
Okay, you idiot, don't post it then. By the way, really believe these like middle school boys? I mean, they look like freshmen in high school. You think they're gonna come whoop you in your house? They're gonna whoop you in your house? And if you do think that, which you're saying that you do think it, why are you posting their actual faces? And then also the name of the school that they're at. That is so threatening to say that these kids tried to kill my son. Hey, look, here's their face. Hey, this is the school. Is that like a hit? It feels like she's calling a hit. Now, I don't think that she actually intends that. I think that she's just an idiot and is using this to get money. And she's so egotistical and cannot view anybody outside of her own self as like being in existence. So she can't view the consequences for anybody else as actually mattering. Because these videos have genuine, like huge real world consequences for the kids that she's posting in these videos. Potentially like fatal. Like I'm not overreacting. You say all of this, you have millions of people who see it and believe it. Those kids are not safe. You know what I mean? And that's why we have a justice system for these kids to go through, and not a egotistical small town vegan influencer. Sorry, vegans, I really fuck with you. Put a mushroom in a saucepan, I'll cook it up. Also, not even like I really believe in the justice system or the court system at all. But I'm just making the point that she doesn't really believe this is actually a life-threatening, dangerous situation. Otherwise, she'd be acting a lot differently. So yeah, then the very next video, she posts this.
I have put this GoFundMe together. The link is in my bio. Our lives are in danger. We have to move as soon as possible. I just paid my rent until September 1st. So I'm paid up until the end of August, but I cannot stay here anymore. I am in a very scary situation. A situation I hope no one ever has to be in.
Oh, my son got whooped so bad. I'm so scared. I need $30,000, please. Hey, Adrielle, why'd your son get whooped? Now, I'm gonna say allegedly because she has a propensity for suing people, as we'll get into later in this video. Propensity to sue is like, suing? Yeah, I'll do it. Because I know you don't understand that because you are, I don't know, she just doesn't seem very smart. Anyways, why did these boys whoop her son? Allegedly. Her son sexually assaulted one of those boys' sisters. And this fight wasn't even a jump, it was a we'll meet up here and deal with things ourselves, like men. And allegedly, his dumbass went there and was like, okay, threw the first punch, this is all on video, and then the victim's older brother punched him, and then his friends all started punching him. Now, I can't show you it, but she shows like a video of the fight, and she's using it to like point out all the people, give all of their names. These like teenagers, all the, yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you, the cameraman, and there is someone dressed in brown watching. Obviously, I can't show the whole thing. So there's like 11 of you, not 10.
That's what she's doing to promote her GoFundMe, is just like showing these clips. Obviously, I'm not showing the parts where she is like zooming in on a face or the actual that stuff, because that's kind of tough to watch. But the point being, when you look at this, these are young teenagers. Honestly, they're like, 14, 15, maybe 16-year-olds max. Probably none of them are even 16. And this mid-30s grown woman is using it to like get clout and get GoFundMe donations. This is not how the internet should be used. If your kid gets into a fight, let them fight. And if your kid gets into a fight that was pre-planned and was as a consequence for what he did to somebody, then potentially you shouldn't go online trying to ruin the kids' lives who are actually, on the right side. And your son, who is a villain here, allegedly, although that is the only situation that makes actual sense to me. But putting all of this out there, it's not like a good look for you or your son. And it's really shitty to do that to a bunch of young teenagers. By the way, Jay Sprint, he made a good video about this on TikTok, like the specific fight situation. So I just want to show you a clip of what he said.
Once again, if I was a kid, I would never want people seeing that. But besides that point, I never realized that the video she posted was actually edited. Like, the beginning part of the interaction is not shown on her page. And I got sent the full video, and I find it interesting because it changes a lot of things. Not even just for perspective, but in terms of legality too. When I saw her video, I made the assumption in my mind that this kid was just walking home from school through the forest and these kids jumped him. When I see the full video, I now realize that it was actually a planned fight, 1v1. Her son threw the first punch and then the kids jumped him after. Well, I'm now realizing that if she posted the full video...
Yeah, so as she's posting online, like 5, 6 posts a day promoting her GoFundMe for this, saying, my son got suspended for getting beat up. My son was assaulted and that's why he got suspended. Well, no, they suspended him because it was a mutually agreed upon fight. And oh yeah, also the reason that they mutually agreed upon the fight was because he allegedly did that. Well, one of the mothers of one of the girls that allegedly Adrielle's son assaulted, allegedly, that girl's mother posted this on Facebook. Adrielle Sigler, truth travel fast. You wanted justice? Well, so do all the mother of the girls your son victimized. But don't worry, these girls have an army behind they, and I will do everything in my power to teach my own that this she is going through will be hard at first, but she will rise. All the girls will rise and be stronger than before, and 1,000 times strong. Then you enjoy your freedom, because remember, my daughter was at your house under your care, and you allowed it to happen. Mother of the Year award goes to none other than Adrielle Sigler. Enjoy your short-lived freedom. Okay, so that's what she said, and I'm just trying to read it accurately and honestly. Now again, all alleged. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything happen. But when you add this puzzle piece, everything else makes a lot more sense. Why she was comfortable going there, not actually feeling like her life was in danger, why she is the way that she is, and why it seems like she's really desperate to get out of this town. You know what I mean? Well, that story gained a lot of traction and now everybody's saying it to her all the time. So she has limited all of her comments, almost all of them. Like, look, this one, comments turned off. Most of them comments are turned off.
Sticking out my yacht for the Rizzler. So skibbity. So phantom tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.
Oh my God, you're being so creative. Oh my God, you're really enjoying yourself on TikTok. Wow, you're really having a fun time posting. This is one of the few videos that has comments on. I don't know, it just feels like, I guess she wanted to see what the culture was thinking about this. And they're all calling her brain rot and brother,
Wow! I can't wait to battle tonight on TikTok and get to know some really cute single guys. I wonder if I'll meet another vegan streamer who's single. Okay, if I think my co-host is fine, this is my live signal. I'm gonna twirl my hair.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's who she is also, which I thought was important to bring up at this point in time. That this whole GoFundMe thing is not a new type of begging from her. When I look at her content, this is the only type of thing that pops up. Genuinely the only type of thing that she's posting.
Quit telling my crush that there's a guy in the bed with me. I'm live, click the pink circle, and people keep spamming my crush's chat.
They keep spamming my crush's chat. There's a guy about me. Oh my God. If you ever find yourself posting videos like that, you just have to deactivate your TikTok and move states without getting people to donate $30,000 to you. But anyways, on these lives that she goes on, she decided to address the allegations because people were spamming in her TikTok comments. And she said this.
Yeah, they're gaslighting. They just want to come after my son. They want to believe the lies that they're being fed by these criminals. Man, there's no convincing you people. You drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it's just a lie. People just want to drink the Kool-Aid, yeah. Even though it's the only explanation that makes sense. Because the explanation of, I live in a small town, I'm so famous, I'm so infamous, because everybody's so jealous of me, and that's why a gang of young teenagers lured my son into the woods and started beating him up. That's why, because of how famous I am on TikTok. By the way, what are you famous for on TikTok? Thank you for gagging, Gus. Going on fucking TikTok live like Jason Nash begging for donations? How can you say that people are jealous of you when you are literally just, and I say this with no disrespect to people who are asking for money to be able to live their life, but you're saying the people in your small town community are jealous of you when you are literally just an online beggar. And you, by the way, if that is where your life is at right now and you just have to do that, but that's not what her life is at. She could go get a job, but she would rather say my crush is live and people keep spamming my comments and sending me roses, and it's like they're trying to fucking embarrass me. Like, I'm live right now though, click the pink circle. She posts, I'm not kidding, 4 of those videos every single day. It's so pathetic, it's so sad. And then she goes, I'm so famous. Girl, that's not what famous is. Famous is when you're on the TV. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, let's keep going. Because, okay, we gave the one like Facebook screenshot of the allegations, but there's more. To be fair, in doing research for this video, it was difficult to find some of these things like still on the internet because of things being deleted, being taken down by different platforms. So this particular screenshot is like a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot that I found. But I do want to share it because allegedly this is one of the kids who was actually at the fight. He said, nobody wanted to rob your son. He sexually assaulted my little sister. He got what he deserved. You lie too much. Your son sexually assaulted 4 other girls. This didn't just happen out of the blue. He wanted to fight. So he did. Then he got jumped. So that's why her son's name got jumped. So the real victims are them 4 girls. Now again, allegedly. But in my personal analysis of this situation and me not saying it as an objective truth, I think that this puzzle piece makes everything else a lot more clear because oddly, I don't personally find it very common that groups of 14-year-olds will go beat up one kid because his mom is an influencer and everybody's jealous of her. To me, that's a lot less compelling than the story of a group of kids getting justice for 4 victims against their assault her. Now, I'm just saying, that's my personal opinion. Because people aren't as jealous of you as you think they are, Adrielle. Why are you posting stuff like this? When you live in a city where the average annual income is $30,000 and make the average person in this town's weekly paycheck in 1 hour, it gets dangerous. I need to move ASAP. I thought you needed to move ASAP because your son was gonna get killed. Not just because you make too many bands, too many racks. But you know what these people are doing when they're making $30,000? Not humiliating themselves and leaving a legacy of begging online for TikTok money. Looking at you, Jason Nash. Jason, come on, man. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? But yeah, if you can post videos like this.
Saying that there's a guy in here with me. There's not a guy. I am single. Single. I have this room to myself. I'm battling. Hello? So yeah, anyway. Oh, I'm gonna be battling other people. So if I twirl my hair.
Okay. I was trying to make a point of, if you can do this and not be embarrassed, then I don't know who you are, because this is humiliating. But I can't even watch you right now. And she's clearly dragging it out to hit the 1 minute plus mark so that she can monetize this video. Monetize this video? This video? Sorry, this video? Listen, the way I view like stuff on my main channel, I don't want to sit here and just be like, and the story of this situation is blah, blah, blah. And what happened on 13th of January is... Those types of YouTube channels where they talk about these situations are so boring, so boring. You have to make it engaging. You have to make content that's like if you're gonna make a video, make it like something that people are gonna wanna watch. This, 1 minute and 6 seconds of, oh my God, join my live. Oh my God, I'm just, a crush, money, I give me, for 1 minute. And then you're like, I gotta get paid for this? Yeah, if I lived in your small town, I'd hate you too. Also, she said this one time, because of these pathetic white trash, totally deranged scumbags who live in slums or crack dens, my son's life is at risk. And false rumors have spread like wildfire. By the way, if anybody is white trash here, sorry. My dad's side of the family is from Arkansas, so I have been in Arkansas. Anybody who lives or has spent a lot of time in Arkansas can understand what white trash is and kind of like spot it. You get white trash radar. And I'm not saying anything, but if Adrielle Sigler was standing right in front of me, my white trash radar would sound a little something like this. Take that how you will. By the way, whoop pig-sooie, let's go. Now, by the way, imagine Adrielle Sigler's surprise when her former babysitter, allegedly, I feel confident this is her former babysitter, but shared this story online. Hi, I know Adrielle personally. I used to babysit her children. I just want to let you know, I know in my hardest of hearts that her son sexually assaulted someone. More than one person probably. But even as his babysitter, he used to smack my butt and say inappropriate things to me. And there were no repercussions for any of those kids ever. So by the way, if you ever see Adrielle pop up on your For You page, I would just encourage you to comment this. Adrielle, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think... Interesting. Adrielle Sigler not disciplining her kids when they act out of line? That doesn't fit into my perception of her at all. Just kidding. That seems exactly like the type of person that she seems like she is. What the hell? Anyways, while yes, she has received a lot of money on that GoFundMe, which I think she should have gotten none of. Yeah, I think the people should be commenting that because that's what she should be receiving in this. She should be receiving a little bit more of that, a little bit less tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but if you're looking at her, you might remember her for some controversy she got in at the end of last year with a coffee shop. So just a little side note. So I want to show a little bit more of that because it really, really highlights the brain of Adrielle. And by brain, I mean the space in her skull where a brain should be. And I say that with all of the love in the world.
People in Jamestown, they recognize me because I have a large following on social media. So I'm sitting in the coffee shop minding my own business. Before I get to working on my social media management.
She's describing right now about how she got kicked out of a coffee shop for filming and being obnoxious. And that's how she's talking. By the way, I'm sorry, I lean in so much. For real gotta like give you some space, my bad. Her stance here, her belief here is that she was kicked out for being, and I'm not exaggerating, a beautiful young woman. That's right, they are discriminating against her here for being a beautiful young woman. Now, obviously, questions about the validity of that statement aside, you would think that if somebody got kicked out of somewhere, they'd post maybe once. But no, she went and posted like 100 videos specifically about this business, specifically telling her followers to go comment on the Google reviews, give it 1 star and say it sucks.
Well, we want this to be a quiet, low-key environment, laid back. We have people who come here to work and read. I'm not noisy at all. I sit there and mind my own business. I have headphones in. I keep the volume down. As compared to large crowds of people who dine in together, I'm really quiet.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. That's her argument for this. The thing is, when you say stuff like that, Adrielle, I have to let you know, people don't believe it just because you said it. If you say, I'm not a problem, I go in there and I film a quiet video with my headphones in, doesn't bother anybody. Everybody else does it, why can't I? That's the thing, Adrielle. If everybody else is actually doing it, then you would also be able to do it. So I have to believe that the thing that you're doing is not like what these other people are doing. So when you say this, in my mind, I'm just hearing, okay, you're also lying. Because this doesn't happen to people. I know everybody on planet Earth knows at least one person in their life who's like this. Constantly going through drama. Constantly the victim of a million different situations. The whole world is turning against them. Nothing is going their way. And the thing is, motherfucker, it's probably your fault most of the time. Bad stuff happens. That is true. Bad stuff like this, on the other hand, doesn't really happen. People do have bad luck. People go through awful situations back to back to back to back. But situations where it's like, I got kicked out of somewhere for doing nothing, and everybody else is doing the same thing I was, and it's because I'm young and pretty and famous? Motherfucker, people pay young, pretty, famous people to go eat at their coffee shop. That's like an entire fucking section of marketing. It's not because you're young and pretty and successful. It's because you're fucking annoying. This is the video. She said, the video I made in a coffee shop before both owners walked up to me and said, we don't want you filming in here, as plenty of other customers had their cameras open right in front of me. And then she said the name of the company. I'm gonna leave it in here because I'm on their side. Crown Street Roasting Company. Keep kicking her out. She said, if you've taken a video or photo in this coffee shop, DM it to me on Instagram, Adrielle Sigler. If you've taken a video or photo in this coffee shop and you weren't kicked out, then I'm gonna be using it in my lawsuit. They weren't kicking you out because you were taking a video or a photo, Cherry. Sorry, what's your name? Adrielle? Because if they did do that, then they are objectively evil and really, really rude and horrible. But we know who you are, Adrielle. You are a lying scammer whose ego is so big that it has filled her entire skull so that no brain can coexist. If somebody shows a video, if you collect 50 videos and photos that other people took there, it doesn't make you look any better. It makes you look worse because it's like, clearly they don't have a problem with people taking photos and videos. It's just you. And not because you're young and beautiful and famous. Probably because you're being really annoying. Probably that. The comments on this one though, I follow the coffee shop now. I just followed the coffee shop, team coffee shop. Now in another video, she went on to show us some of the videos that she's made in this coffee shop. And immediately you can see why she was kicked out.
I'll show you some of the videos I've made in this coffee shop. There's this one.
On TikTok shared a post saying it's spooky that children between ages 8 and 12 on average.
I'm just gonna say, Adrielle, right off the bat, you said that you just make videos silently to yourself with your headphones in. Immediately, the first video you show is just you loudly talking, which I can imagine took multiple takes, and that you probably haven't just made one video like that. I can understand. By the way, the coffee shop didn't even kick her out. They just said, can you stop filming here? Like, you can keep eating here, you can keep doing everything you want, but just not filming in here. And that for her was enough to post like 100 videos calling this place out. Yeah, if you're sitting there at a coffee shop being like, I can't believe that people between 8 and 12 who are kids want to be a YouTuber. Yeah, I'd get kicked out of too if I did that. Doesn't even matter if I'm a young, beautiful woman. What?
There's this one, and that was empty. There were no customers. So,
okay, Adrielle, if you're showing us 2 videos, only 2 videos, and those 2 videos are already incredibly annoying, and those are your best examples for the type of stuff that you made there, girl, how do you not know how you look? How are you so like, that's just how it is though. Sometimes I genuinely forget that like people actually are sometimes dumber and don't like understand things, and social media allows them to like post and other people who are dumb to see it and be like, oh my god. If you see this and you are like agreeing with her, I just don't understand how you can like breathe. Like, how do you get a glass of water? How do you wake up? How do you cook yourself a meal? I don't understand. I just feel like anybody with a brain who sees this can see right through her, but apparently not. She has 800,000 followers. How many of those are hate followers though? Be real.
coffee shop I go to downtown, and I sit there for like an hour. Sometimes I make videos. The owner came up to me and went like, okay, so I went in, I got a coffee, I sat down. I was there for like 3 minutes, and the owners came up to me, sat down next to me, shook my hand, and they said, we appreciate your business. We don't mind if you come in here to sit and work, and drink your coffee, but we no longer permit you to film or record in here.
Oh.
As a private business, we no longer permit you to record in here because it's a distraction for our customers who are working and reading in a quiet environment.
That's so rude of them.
I know.
That's so rude of them. She's talking to her mom on the phone, by the way. That's so rude of them. Adrielle. You are going on a crusade to destroy this business. You sit down, the company owner comes over and says, hey, it's totally fine if you want to come in here, order coffee, get some work done, sit, chill. I have no problem with that at all. But it is a distraction the way that you film. And then she's like, oh, really? What do you mean, oh, really? To come up to you immediately as soon as you show up, sit down next to you, have a conversation of, for real, like, you are being a distraction to the other customers? How are you not embarrassed by that? For you to be called out like that is so embarrassing. Why would you post online? Now everybody knows that you're just embarrassing, but she doesn't understand that people know that she's being embarrassing because she doesn't understand that she's being embarrassing. She's stupid. She thinks, he called me a distraction? What the fuck? No, he called you a distraction because you're being an annoying distraction and you're an egotistical loudmouth. Everybody who's watching your video knows that, and you're just sitting there being like, post it, they're discriminating. God, it's really embarrassing, but I'm glad that it exists, I guess.
Freedom of speech. For people who are so obsessed with our military, our veterans, our freedom fighters, they get so mad when people demonstrate their First Amendment right. You can't take it away from someone. It's just not happening.
Hey, what are you trying? The point of that doesn't even make any sense. By the way, the second a motherfucker says freedom of speech, you already know they're dumb as a doornail. Freedom of speech, though. Yeah, these people who say they love the military, love America, but don't want me to have freedom of speech. Maybe that makes sense, huh? As if that's a gotcha. Girl, that doesn't even make sense. It's so annoying that this type of person doesn't understand freedom of speech so much to the point that it's annoying to say what it is, because I've had to say this so many times because so many dumb motherfuckers are always like, yeah, oh, but freedom of speech. So you mad at Andrew Tate, but freedom of speech. Freedom of speech doesn't mean that you can sex traffic, you idiot. It also doesn't mean that you can go into somebody's private business and annoy everybody day in and day out. And then when they finally ask you to just not film, but do everything else that you want, that it isn't an infringement on your rights as an American. You don't get to take them to the Supreme Court. Although with the Supreme Court these days, I'm not so confident the right cause would win the case. Fucking Supreme Court joke. I fucking honestly, I don't want to get started, but Claire, oh my god. How is it actually happening? How is that possible? Let me recenter, let me focus. Freedom of speech doesn't mean that you can be annoying and face no consequences.
Why did the coffee shop discriminate against me? The coffee shop discriminated me against my job. They were actively discriminating me against my job, and I'll explain how. They said it's more than acceptable for people working to utilize their phones, cameras, photos, videos, whatever that business person needs to do. They told me I can't take photos or videos while I'm in their coffee shop because they don't want my work associated with their business.
Not at all. In any way, by any stretch of the imagination, at all, under any context, for any reason, that's not discrimination. What? You ever hear a motherfucker say something so dumb you don't even know where to begin? I thought that had happened last time. It's happened even more on this time. I gotta hear how she says that at the beginning of the video again.
How did the coffee shop discriminate against me? The coffee shop discriminated me against my job.
The coffee shop discriminated me against my job. Oh, no. The coffee shop, what it discriminated me against my job. Hey, if you say that and you don't think, grammatically, linguistically, in any context that doesn't really make any sense, then maybe you shouldn't be talking about a discrimination lawsuit against you because you are a TikToker? That's what her whole thing is. Oh, they're discriminating against me because I'm a young, beautiful, successful TikToker. And they're jealous. Exactly, they're jealous and they hate me because I'm young, beautiful, and successful. If you were young, beautiful, and successful, they would be paying you to post there. They said they don't want their coffee shop associated with you. How do you not take that as an extreme mark of embarrassment on your soul and hide that from everybody forever? Why would you go out and say that that online. That's so humiliating. I got kicked out of this place because they said that I'm so cringe that if anybody sees me filming at their place, they wouldn't even want to go to the coffee place because I'm so cringe. Anybody else think that they kind of suck for that? No, it's just really embarrassing, Adrielle. But yeah, she made a video right here and she's explaining that she's doing a lawsuit, as we'll see by her explanation of her doing a lawsuit. Sorry.
Today I did something I never thought I'd do. I filed 2 lawsuits.
Now, let's go to 15 seconds into the video so you can see her explanation for this lawsuit and just really have an understanding of how she doesn't understand anything at all.
I was intending to file 1 lawsuit, but the attorney I spoke with said, you have 2 lawsuits. I'm in the city of Jamestown, New York. This is a discrimination case. The first question the attorney asked me, were you singled out? Yes. He asked me to go into detail. I went into detail. The incident happened in a public retail building. I explained, both of the owners approached me. I was singled out. When they approached me, there were approximately 20 other customers. The business owner said, we no longer permit you to film in our establishment. I asked why. To briefly summarize, one of the owners explained, well, we have businessmen working here. It's a low-key, relaxing, quiet environment for people to do their work. I said, this is my work. My filming is related to my work.
My filming is related to my work. Actually, I'm allowed to do that. Actually, I'm allowed, and if you say I'm not allowed to, I'll sue you. She said right up top, it was in a public retail building. Hey, by the way, Adrielle, you idiot, public doesn't mean anywhere that's not your house. It's in a coffee shop. That is a private business. That's a business. They own that place. They can tell you,
hey, we actually don't want you filming here.
Otherwise, I could just go into any business that I wanted with a full camera crew and setup and just start filming and be like, well, it's public space. It's not in my house right now. I can film a movie on here. No, you have to get a permit when you're filming at a private location because it's owned by somebody else and you don't actually have the right to do that. But a coffee shop is actually being very respectful and like, oh, you can actually do work here. You can open up your laptop and stuff. But if you're pushing the boundaries to the point where it's a distraction to other people, obviously as a private business, we reserve the right to tell you that you can't do that. You can keep drinking, you can keep eating. But she says, well, no, they singled me out. So that's discriminating. If that's discrimination, then everything is discrimination. If I walk into a trampoline park with 100 people ranging from ages of 8 to 24, and there is one butt-ass naked woman painted in all blue doing backflips, going over and kicking her out is not discrimination because I singled her out. It's discrimination. He singled me out. There were other people, but he only got mad at me. Yeah, because you were the only one being annoying, posting annoying ass videos that are distracting everybody else in the entire coffee shop. Obviously. The butt naked blue woman doing backflips on the trampoline is getting singled out because, believe it or not, there are no other butt naked blue women doing backflips. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Why am I getting so worked up about this? So that's who Adrielle Sigler is. That's who she is. And she's gonna watch this video, probably post a TikTok and say, a lot of people are talking about me online. A lot of people are jealous. Join my live. My crush is trying to talk to me right now. If I touch my hair, that means I like him. Don't spam the comments. Don't send me gifts. Oh my God. That's what her response is gonna be. And you know what? I hope that you lose all of the money that you have and that your son goes to jail. Because in my opinion, allegedly, according to my interpretation of the evidence that I've seen, my personal opinion, not my claim, is that he deserves some genuine real life consequences beyond just getting molly-whopped and humiliated by his mom online. God, get a grip of your life, Adrielle Sigler. I don't know if you've seen Succession, but your horrible behavior and egotistical, the world is all about you worldview. As Kendall Roy said in the show Succession, the poison drips through. Get a hold of yourself because clearly your toxicity is dripping through to your kid. That sounds really extreme and really mean, but it's true. Oh, God, I just get so worked up seeing people like this. But I'm glad that we were able to talk about it because it's been on my mind ever since I saw her video. Ugh, please subscribe. God.
By the way, second channel up, doing well. The first video I posted was a dress room. Best video has like 200,000 views right now. I cannot believe that. I'm waiting for the channel to get monetized. I didn't know it was gonna happen so fast. I've got videos like ready to be posted over there. Like I've got the button reaction. I've got a Love Island, like the game. I have a Let's Play of that. Another one that's kind of like a button, like a truth or drink video. No, I'm really excited about the second channel. Love you.